Test Drive with Graeme Fletcher.
The subject of this week's test drive is the 1990 Chrysler Imperial. Now, many of you may remember the name from a few years back when it adorned a full-size rear-wheel drive luxury car. Well, this year's version still features many of the same luxury items, is still full-sized, but is driven around by the front wheels.
The sophisticated electronic airbag suspension fared reasonably well on the pylon test, and it does offer superb highway comfort, but hit a relatively small bump in the road and the whole thing becomes unglued. This gave rise to a lot of interior noise and a considerable amount of apprehension until the suspension actually regains its composure. Chrysler's 3.3-litre V6 engine is fairly potent, offering good response throughout the operating range. The idle, however, was fairly rough. In the acceleration test, we managed to eclipse the 10-second mark fairly easily. Matched with this new engine is Chrysler's new 4-speed automatic transmission. The format of this transmission differs from others because Chrysler uses electronically operated solenoids to initiate and coordinate the shift pattern rather than relying on some of the usual hydraulically operated components. This results in smooth and timely shifts throughout the operating range. This car features a terrific Bosch anti-lock brake system. The stopping distance were, as usual, short and straight with very little pedal pulsation. All in all, very well executed. The seats are upholstered in a fine leather and feature all the padding you'll find in your favourite armchair. They are, however, at the opposite end of the orthopedic scale to most other automobile seats. I liked, however, the two coffee cup holders that are hidden away in the armrests. The Imperial features a supplemental restraint system in the form of a driver's side airbag. This does not replace the seatbelt but rather supplements its use, significantly reducing the risk of serious head injury in the event of a frontal impact. The instrument cluster is of the digital type and as such suffers from all of the usual drawbacks. The remainder of the driver controls are logically placed and easy to use. Above the rearview mirror is the clock and information center, which unfortunately conveys limited information. Chrysler's Infinity sound system is superb, featuring a 5-band graphic equalizer and a unique joystick that replaces the fade balance buttons. To protect all of this is a security system that will give unwanted visitors a very rude awakening.
Before going to my pet peeve, I thought I'd just show you how much room is actually back here. It's amazing. Now, my pet peeve is to do with the suspension setup. The air springs do give a beautiful ride on the highway, but I was surprised by just how easily the suspension lost its composure. A relatively minor bump in the road would give you quite a jar. Now to the scoreboard and see how I rated the rest of the 1990 Chrysler Imperial.
On flat, even pavement, the Imperial rides impeccably well. So in a bump or two and look out. In short, the handling characteristics on rough roads leave a lot to be desired. The Bosch anti-lock brake system worked to perfection, hauling a relatively heavy car to rest in short order. Absolutely no complaints here. During the test, we averaged a commendable 109 feet. I was pleasantly surprised by the fact this car managed to beat the 10-second mark in the race to 100 kilometers an hour. This and the quiet operation complement the Imperial's luxury very nicely. We averaged a commendable 24 miles per gallon or 11.7 litres per 100 kilometers, which given the size and weight of this vehicle actually surprised me. The Imperial offers a very peaceful environment in which to enjoy the superb quality of the stereo radio, and there was very little wind or engine noise evident. All in all, a well-executed vehicle that offers plenty of room and luxury. I think, though, it will find the competition in this segment of the market extremely tough, perhaps even too tough.